The Pope has actually given us the right approach in his new book when he says we are all...
So because Dr. Phil is bringing up that the Pope is giving us the right approach, that's the reason I'm going to dispute this one. And I can understand everything that Dr. Phil is saying, but the fact of the matter is that yes, we are all brothers and sisters, but when the Bible was talking about it, quite frankly, God was talking about those that walk with him. Was. Yes, was he saying to forgive your enemies? Yes, so that you don't carry the resentment. And it ends up eating you alive, and you end up becoming wicked yourself. But when he said your brothers and sisters, he meant with those that walk with you. Jesus said to call out the truth. He also said to judge righteously, not to condemn, but to judge righteously, to call out, to stand up for the meek, the poor. And the fact of the matter is, we can all come together and do the kumbaya bullshit. Okay, we've done that for years and years. It's called, oh, well, let's come to the middle. But that side is not about that. They'll come to the middle probably at this point if they believe that there will be no repercussions to them. But quite frankly, that's not acceptable. So when Dr. Phil says the other side shouldn't do tit for tat, this isn't tit for tat. There are people that should be held accountable for the weaponization of government. They should go to jail. And this is not, I mean, it's clearly obvious that Dr. Phil doesn't want to see the whole truth, because the whole truth is that the weaponized government has been weaponized for a long time. Any everyday person knows that. But Dr. Phil is doing like your Deepak Chopra's, your Oprah Winfrey. We all need to come together, and we all just need, sometimes, you know what? It's not good to come together with people that want to destroy you. I don't know how this all works out. All I know is that when people start using the Bible, they damn well better at least know and understand and not use the Pope as an example, okay? The Pope, all of the popes have been a disgrace. I mean, maybe some of them had good intentions, but really, I mean, when God was mocking these leaders of the church wearing their robes and their tassels, I say it all the time, he literally, why did the Catholic Church go on to do that? They all wear different colors. Because the whole reason Jesus called it out is because look at them in the marketplace trying to act like they're so special. Same thing the popes do. So I could really care less what this current pope says or any of them, because they have become the hierarchy. Okay? And that's not what God was looking for. That's not what Jesus was looking for. But really, if you understand the Bible, you understand that when Jesus says you're all brothers and sisters, he means under Christ. And if you don't walk with Christ, then you don't want to be brothers and sisters. You don't. Clearly, there's a side that shows that. So this cultural shit, we just need to, how? The only way that's because you know what? I've watched this for years. That side then wants to compromise. All the while, they're cutting your throat. There's no coming to the middle and just saying we're all going to love one another. Not that I'm against that. It's just, it's clearly obvious. It's too bad Dr. Phil doesn't want to see that. But then again, you know, he's what, a psychologist. That there's evil in the world. Recognize the evil. You cannot say that you're brothers and sisters with evil. You can't. The fact of the matter is there is evil in the world. And there's people that want to follow that evil, and they have absolutely no interest in being brothers and sisters with you. And who are those people? They're people that went after Donald Trump. And now you want people to come to the middle with that? No, those people need to be held accountable. Not, we're sorry, we understand. Let's sit down and try to understand why you did this. No, you broke the law. You interfered in an election. Us demanding that there be retribution for that, and I don't mean revenge, but I mean actual justice for that. That's what needs to happen. Yes, I pray for the people that are my enemies. I do, because Otherwise, that your enemies will take up space in your head, and it'll just ruin you. But I don't pray for them because they're my brothers and sisters. People that did this to Trump are not my brothers and sisters. They don't operate in a place of honesty. Am I a saint? No, far from it. Anybody who follows me knows I'm far from a saint. I'm always a work in progress. But I at least try to do the right thing. I at least use my thought process. These people they want nothing to do with peace. They want nothing to do with being brothers and sisters. So although Dr. Phil, yes, it's the same old rant I've heard all the time, okay? And yes, it's a pretty rant how we all need to come together. I get it. Okay? But the Pope is just saying something millions of other people have said instead of actually knowing the Bible. Does the Pope know the Bible? Likely not. No, because Jesus meant your brothers and sisters in Christ, because those that didn't want to believe in Christ, what did God do in the Bible? He kept the people away from those people. He did. That's what he did. Because he knew that if they came together as brothers and sisters, that they would end up taking on those traditions, and then everything's okay. Yeah, look at where that's gotten us. Hey, I'm just speaking the truth, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. God and Jesus did not mean brothers and sisters with everyone. God also didn't, and nor Jesus, want us to go to war, but to recognize the things we are supposed to speak up for, and to stop the nonsense we've heard all our lives, which is everybody just needs to come together in peace. That is not possible until God returns. You will never have peace until God returns. It's just the way it is. I don't care who the president is. I mean, maybe you could stay out of wars, but as far as peace and everybody getting along, that will never happen until the wicked are wiped off the planet by God. That is the only time. So the brothers and sisters thing we heard, it's a nice little talking point, okay? The Pope isn't the only one that's ever said it, okay? But it's always unrealistic. It is. I'm just keeping it real. I really am. I'm not trying to be a divider. None of that. I'm just keeping it real, that it is an unrealistic goal. Should we always attain to that? I don't know. That's for each person to decide. In my opinion, not that God wanted us to be rude necessarily, and I know I'm rude sometimes to the people that are doing the stuff they're doing, but again, I'm not a saint. But God, it's up to you to decide. Did God want you to be brothers and sisters with everyone, put it that way? I don't think so. Not when you read the Old Testament, no. That doesn't mean you should be discriminatory. I don't know, although in a way, maybe you should. I discriminate against evil. And people that on an ongoing basis lie and make up shit like Alvin Bragg, like the Biden administration. There are crimes that have been committed by these people. And Epstein Island, that's another one, okay? Dr. Phil just needs to be quiet, okay? I've supported some of the stuff he said recently, and I know Trump's going to be on there. Okay, well, whatever. But seriously, Dr. Phil, all of you people need to realize the Epstein thing is what's not being talked about. Yeah, the Epstein thing. The Epstein thing. Yeah, because most politicians have been to that island. So there's a lot of people that need to go to jail. This is far more. So these are people that most MAGA would not come to the middle with. We won't come to the middle with pedophiles that want to get away with their crimes. No, it's not going to happen. The best thing we can do is recognize that there is wicked in the world, and we can't be brothers and sisters with that wicked. What we need to do is call it out.